The Disneyland Paris races are about having fun and enjoying the magic of Disney while you're running. But the races also have some rules. Most of these rules are there for your own safety and that of the other runners. So let's have a look at these rules. One thing I noticed over the years is that in 2016 for the first half marathon, just before the race started, they went over some runner's rules. Mostly just basic runner's etiquette, but good things to know or a good reminder just before the race. And in the other years, they just skipped over this. I think it would be handy to have mentioned this before the race started, so I figured we'd go over some of those. There are a lot of runners on the course and everybody's running at their own speed, and the way it looks right now, it's going to be randomly mixed up into corrals again, so this might disrupt the flow of the race a little bit. Now, if you feel like you need a break and you want to slow down, make sure that you're aware of the runners that are around you, especially behind you. Raise your arm in the air to let them know that you're slowing down, and try and move to the right side of the road so that other people can still run past you. If you want to pass somebody, don't just assume that they can hear you coming, because they might be distracted by other things or just be in their own running zone. So just a simple excuse me or on your left will do. Disneyland is a great place to run through, and a lot of people want to share that experience with others. So if you happen to run in a big group, try not to run with more than 2 people next to each other. Now, a lot of the paths that we're running through are very small, but you can easily still run with 2 people next to each other and have room for other people to pass you. Now, if you're with more than 2 people, that makes it impossible for other people to pass you. And if they do try to pass you, it becomes a dangerous situation. They can bump into things or trip, and we want to try and avoid this. So if you're with a big group of people, try not to have more than 2 people next to each other. Also, if you're running with small children, it might be good to have the children run in front of you and instruct them beforehand to not zigzag on the path, because with a lot of faster runners coming from behind you, this may turn into a little bit of a dangerous situation. Let's have a look at the different races. There's the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon. Now the 5K and the 10K, they're not timed and you don't need a medical certificate. For the half marathon you do, and it's timed with a chip on the bib. Now for the 5K, you have to be at least 5 years old, and if you're under 12 years old, you need an adult to run with you. For the 10K, you have to be at least 14 years old, and for the half marathon, you need to be 18 or older. During the race, you have to make sure that your bib is visible at all time. If for some reason you're not wearing your bib, you could be escorted off the course. There's a pacing requirement for all 3 races. You have to be able to hold a pace of at least 9 minutes and 56 seconds per kilometer. That's about a 16-minute mile. If you can't hold that pace, you might be escorted to the finish line. Backpacks or bags of any kind are not allowed during the race. Camel bags filled with water are fine, but any other bags have to be dropped at the baggage drop before the race. Costumes are allowed and even encouraged, but they also come with some rules. Now, they don't allow long capes, long dresses, accessories that are really big like canes, anything that's big that could be a danger to other runners is not allowed. Swimming gear seems to be frowned upon, but seeing that the races are at the end of September, yeah, that's probably not a good thing to run in anyways. Now, selfie sticks are not allowed, but this should come as no surprise because selfie sticks are not allowed in any of the Disney parks. I film my races with a gimbal, and this doesn't extend, so that's always fine to take with you if you want to film your races. Costumes have to be appropriate, so don't wear anything that's offensive. And masks, you can wear a mask that covers your eyes, but not something that covers your entire face. That's probably not too great for running anyways. One thing that is not so much a rule, but something that you should remember is that the cast members and the volunteers that are there, they're cheering us on and handing us cups of water, got up really early that morning to be there for us and to make our experience a good one. So make sure that you thank them and show your appreciation for them being there. Now let's make sure to have some fun and safe races this year. I can't wait to see you all there. Until then, get out there and run.